Let's find out as he faces a new contender, and he's in the grid.
Hidden somewhere in this grid are thousands and thousands of pounds, but it's not going to hand it over without a fight. To win big tonight, one of our contestants must hold their nerve, avoid the traps, and find the money that waits in the grid. Welcome to In the Grid, the game that gives away cash prizes and then occasionally takes it all away. As always, there's heaps of cash hiding behind the squares in this grid. Our contestants will battle it out head to head, taking it in turns to choose squares, hoping to find as much of that cash as possible. On the way, they'll also find one or two nasty surprises. Well, it's time to meet our reigning champion, Jermaine. Congratulations on yesterday. That was really great. £8,900. And you stayed, I think it was the third gold that you hit, and you decided to stay there.
Yeah.
As cautious today, or do you think you might play on?
If I definitely get to the same place today, I'll definitely be carrying on. OK,
Jermaine, good luck. As we know, the grid decides everything, and the first thing it's going to decide is who you're going to play against tonight. We've got 9 players here eager to get into the grid. So, Jermaine, it's up to you to choose a square and pick an opponent.
A1, Les.
A1. Who are you going to play against? The grid will decide. A1 is... It's Abigail! Abigail! Come on! It is you. You are playing.
Wow.
You're a little dazed there.
Yeah, I'm dazed and confused, I'm afraid.
Where are you from?
Well, I live in Bayswater now, but I'm from Lancashire.
Are you? OK.
Yeah.
And you're an actress, yeah?
I'm one of those cup of tea actresses.
What do you mean, a cup of tea actress?
Well, if you go and get a cup of tea, you miss me.
You've seen Jermaine play. You know how he plays. Have you got a strategy tonight?
I'm just going to keep my head down.
All right, OK. Right, Jermaine and Abigail, time to square up to the grid. You shouldn't need reminding, but here's how you play the game. Between you, you have to uncover all but one of the 16 squares in the grid. Each square you play will affect your bank balance, taking it up, or, as we've seen before, taking it down. When the game's over, the person with the most money will win and go on to play Mega Grid. The loser will get nothing and will go home. So, no 2 games are the same because, as we've seen before, the grid always changes. Let's see what's hidden in the grid tonight. Right, we've got 6 gold squares. They're the good squares. They will give you cash. 2 of the green squares. They're the bonus squares, and they will boost your winnings. 3 of the purple squares. Now, they're good because they're the steal squares. And if you hit one of those, you can steal money from your opponent. They're the good squares. Now, the bad ones. 4 red penalty squares. Avoid those, because if you hit one of those, some of the cash that you've won will go down. And as always, there's that 1 bankrupt square. That's the one you want to avoid, because if you hit that, all the money you've won up to that point will disappear. So you can keep track of what's left in the grid by looking at your screen. OK, the grid is going to mix those squares up so that we don't know what they are. You both start with £1,000 and you've both got 2 reveals. You can use those at any time to give you an advantage over your opponent. OK, the grid is now locked. The prizes are in there, but so are the traps. Abigail, you're our contender today. Pick a square.
I'm going to pick A4.
All right, A4.
Yeah.
Yes, it's £1,000.
Thank you, darling.
Well done, you're up to £2,000. So you've got £2,000 to Jermaine's £1,000, and one of those 6 golds has now gone. We're down to 5 of those, but plenty there, Jermaine. Avoid the penalties, avoid the bankrupt.
I'll try. I will try.
Have you got a different strategy today?
I have today. I'm going to go for the opposite square, D1.
Okay, over there in the left-hand bottom corner, D1. Yes, it's £750, Jermaine. Well done. Whoa, close game. There's only £250 in it. You've found each of you one of those gold squares. We're down to 4 of those. There are 3 steel squares left, 2 of the green bonuses, but 4 penalties, Abigail.
Yeah.
4 of the red, and of course that bankrupt. You want to avoid those if you can. Do you have a strategy?
Not really. I'm just going to link everything to the things that are important in my life. I'm just moving house just off the A1, so I'll have A1 next.
A1, what is it? Oh! It's giving you a penalty. How much of a penalty is it? It's 50%. 50% is bad enough, but it's early in the game, Abigail.
Yes,
it's
it is.
still early in the game.
Yes, it is.
You are now down to £1,000, and Jermaine, you are in the lead with £1,750, our reigning champion. Jermaine.
I'm going to go for D4.
D4? Good or bad? Oh, Jermaine! You've hit that bankrupt square. You're down to nothing. Abigail has £1,000, but it's early in the game.
It is.
Abigail, what are you going to do?
I'm going to play a reveal on A2, please.
A reveal. Okay, that means that you will know the colour, so you will know whether it's good or bad,
Yeah.
that square, but you won't know its value. Jermaine won't know anything. Okay, it's on the screen now. Ooh, a straight look up there. She's an actress, Jermaine, remember?
Yes.
Abigail, has it helped?
No, I think I'll save it.
Okay, you're going to save it. You've got to go somewhere else then. Where are you going to go?
D4.
B4.
Yes.
Gold would be good.
Gold would be very good.
It's a penalty square. How much? Let's see. 25% down, Abigail.
And red was my favourite colour until I came on this show.
So, Jermaine, the grid is looking really, really generous right now. There are 4 gold squares still to find, 2 of the green bonuses still to find, 3 of those steals, the purple ones, and only 2 penalties. So, it's in a good mood, Jermaine.
I'm tempted to stick to my strategy at the moment, but I'm also dying to know what's behind A2. I'm a little bit curious, so I'm going to go for A2.
A2. What was she holding on to? It's a steal. You did well there, Jermaine. If it's more than 50%, you're in the lead. Let's see. 75%! Abigail, he's stolen 75% of your money. It takes you down to £188, and Jermaine, you're in the lead with £563. So, he called you bluff.
You called my bluff. I've got to get a gold, haven't I? I'm going to go for C2. Come on, guys.
C2. 10% up. It's only 10%. It's better than...
Better than a poke in the eye with a sharp stick.
It is, absolutely. I love your positive attitude. It's really great, Abigail.
Thank you.
So you're up to £207. Jermaine, £563. It's a low-scoring game so far.
It is.
Haven't used a reveal yet either.
I know, I'm just deciding whether I should use one now. But I'm quite confident with the way things are going at the moment, so I'm going to hold on to them. D3.
D3. You want it to be gold or a bonus? D3. Jermaine, it's a penalty. But how much is it going to affect your score and the chances of going on to play the Mega Grid? Is Abigail about to steal your crown? We'll find out how much it is after the break. We'll see you then. You at home could win between £500 and £5,000 at the end of today's show. To enter, just call 0901 293 3377 or text GRID and your name and hometown to 81817. Or enter online for free at 5.tv/InTheGrid. Not all entries will be shortlisted, but all entries will be charged.
Tonight on Make Me a Supermodel, one boy and one girl will be evicted, and it's up to you to decide who goes and who stays. To keep Albert, call 09011 322 401. To keep Jen, call 09011 322 404. To keep Josh, call 09011 322 406. Or to keep Anya, call 09011 322 402. Or you can text the model's name to 63555. Make Me a Supermodel live eviction night, 8:30 tonight on 5.
There is a story. And in the story there is chocolate. And in the chocolate there is a story. Roald Dahl tells it like it is. The original chocolate trip cookie. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. 6:05, Sunday on 5.
Welcome back. Remember, you at home could still win between £500 and £5,000 at the end of the show. All the details are on the screen now. Now, before the break, Jermaine kept on to his 2 reveals and decided to go for D3. It's a penalty. If it's 65% or above, then Abigail is going to be back in the lead. Let's see what it is. It's 75%. Abigail, you're back in the lead. Well done. Hard luck, Jermaine. So, Abigail, it's low scoring, £207. There's £66 in the game. Remember, it's only the one of you that has the most money that is tonight playing the Mega Grid. There's only 1 penalty square left. There are 4 goals, there are 2 steals, there's 1 bonus. Abigail, got to hit one.
Yeah, I have, haven't I? Well, let's go for an explosion with C4.
Are you playing it or are you going to reveal it?
I'm going to reveal it.
For your eyes only. It's on your screen now.
Okay, look.
Well, you have to look.
It could be a big one, so I'm going to play it.
Jermaine, that kind of tells you that it's good.
You're not wrong.
Let's see. It's £1,500! Well done, Abigail! Bouncing up and down there! You're up to £1,707. And Jermaine, 141. There are still 2 steals there.
I'm going to go with D2.
For gold, a bonus, or maybe to steal. D2. 25% steal! Well done! You are really saving those reveals. You're up to £568. So Abigail, still in the lead with £1,281. You have no reveals left to play.
Nope.
But it's a generous grid.
It is indeed.
There's still 3 golds. There's still the 1 bonus. There's still a chance that you could steal some of Jermaine's £568. But there is the chance of hitting that 1 red penalty square.
I need to see one, so I'll go for C1.
You need to see one, and you're going to go for C1. Is it gold?
Come on, Grid, Mr. Grid, please be kind.
It's 50% steal. You take 50% of Jermaine's money, you're down to £284. And Abigail is up to £1,565. So, you've got 2 goes left and 2 reveals. We don't play the last square, of course.
Yep.
So you're going to play one of those 2
I'm
reveals?
going to play one of my reveals now, Les. I'd like to go for B3.
Okay, B3 for you alone. It will be on your screen now. Not giving anything away there, Abigail.
I ain't playing poker with this guy, I tell you.
So it helped you?
Yeah, no, I'm going to play it, Les. I'm going to play it.
All right, Jermaine, you're going to play it?
Yep.
Let's see. B3. It's a bonus. It's 25% bonus. Not huge, but it's good. You're up by 25%.
Yeah.
It means now that without any reveals left, you could hit that one penalty.
I could.
Good, Abigail.
But then on the other hand, I could hit one of those 3 golds.
You could.
A3, please.
Is it gold? It's gold. Right, Abigail, how much is it? Let's see.
Could be tuppence halfpenny.
£100, well played. That's good. Let's place you up to 1,665. And now, Jermaine, it's your last go. And you have a reveal. There are 2 gold squares there, and there's 1 penalty.
I'm going to play my reveal, Les, on B2.
B2, so you will now know the colour but not the value. Abigail will be none the wiser. Look at your screen. Good or bad, you're going to play it?
No, I'm not going to play it. I'm not playing it. I'm going to play B1.
So, what does that mean? Does that mean that he knows that it's a penalty, or does it mean that he thinks there might be a better goal behind B1?
Or does he mean that he's bluffing me into opening his square because it's got the penalty in it?
Ah, that would be very, very shrewd play, wouldn't it?
It would.
Well, we're going to find out what it is. B1. It's gold, it's £500, Jermaine. Hasn't taken you into the lead. There is £810 in the game, that's all there is. And there is 1 penalty and 1 cash square. Abigail, find the cash and you've won. Hit the penalty. As long as it's not too big, you'll be okay. What do you think Jermaine is leaving behind in B2? Has he called your bluff? Does he want you to open it? Does he want you to avoid it? Which one's it going to be, Abigail?
I'm going for B2.
Okay. You're hoping that Jermaine was holding on to something. It's a penalty! It is a penalty.
You blighter!
We don't know the amount yet, though, do we? So
If it's 50% or more, you've lost. If not, Abigail, you're playing Mega Grid. It's all down to percentage now. We don't play the last square. This is the end of the game. It's 50%! Oh, hard luck, Abigail. That was really tough. Jermaine, you're our champion. And you remain our champion. Abigail, you played a great game. Hard luck. The £833 that you won goes back into the grid. We're sorry to lose you. Jermaine, congratulations. £855 today. You are just minutes away from winning tens of thousands of pounds as you face the Mega Grid. As always, with the grid, it's good news and bad news. On the upside, the Mega Grid is full of cash. There it is, 20 gold cash squares. Every time you find one of those, the grid will give you more and more money. But on the downside, there are 5 bankrupt squares. Hit just one of those, and it's game over. You've lost everything. Is that clear? Yep. You can choose up to 5 squares, and after each one, you can decide to stop and keep what you've won so far, or play on. Okay, the grid will now mix up the squares. It's now locked. It's time for you to face the Mega Grid again. Jermaine, you know that we always play the first square. Find gold, and the grid will take your current winnings to £2,000. Okay, Jermaine? It's the end of the week, £2,000. Pick gold, and you'll win that. It's a bankrupt, and it's nothing.
I'm going to start with C3.
C3. Well, you have to play the first one, so let's hope it's gold. C3. It's gold, well played! £2,000, Jermaine, good start! Right in the middle there. How are you feeling now?
Slightly relieved.
There are 19 golds left there in the grid. There are 5 bankrupts. It's a gold, and your winnings will go up to £3,000, Jermaine. What do you want to do? You don't have to play.
No, I'm definitely going to play on. I'm going to go with A3.
For £3,000. If it's a bankrupt, no money today. It's gold, well played. You have £3,000 today. There are plenty of golds there. There are 18 golds left in that grid. If you carried on, this is how much the grid would be giving you. £4,500. £4,500, 3,000 you have. You can leave with that.
No,
or you can play on.
I'm definitely carrying on, definitely.
This is your third of a possible 5.
I'm going to definitely play on E3.
E3. We want it to be gold. This is for £4,500 or nothing. Yes! £4,500, Jermaine! So, you can leave today with that money. But should we see what the offer is?
Definitely, yes, I'd like to see that.
The grid is tempting you, Jermaine, with £15,000.
I'm definitely carrying on. No two ways about it. Yeah.
Okay. Remember, it's £15,000 or nothing. Where are you going?
C1.
C1. We want this to be gold. £15,000. Well done.
Thank you.
That is great, Jermaine.
It is.
One more go. Do you want to see what's in the grid?
I do, definitely, yeah.
Let's have a look. 24,000. 24,000. On our last game of the week, a possible 24,000. All or nothing, though. You've got 15,000, Jermaine. You've got 8,900 from yesterday. What are you going to do?
I'm genuinely tempted to carry on. But no, I've got another opportunity to come back on the next show, so I'm going to stick with what I've got.
You're going to stick?
Yep, I'll stick.
£15,000, Jermaine. Well done. Great game. Great finish to our week. Out of interest, let's just play on and see what you would have done.
I'd have gone C5.
You'd have gone for C5?
Yep.
This would have been for £24,000. C5. It's gold! You would have got 24,000. You've got 15,000. That is fantastic. Well done, Jermaine. Let's see what those bankrupts were. One more job for you. At the end of the week, it's time for you to win some money for somebody watching at home. Right, there are 9 cash amounts in the grid. One of you watching right now will win up to £5,000. Jermaine, be lucky for somebody at home. Pick a square.
B3.
B3. How much is it going to be for you at home? It's £4,000! So, congratulations to you at home. You have won £4,000. Let's see the rest of the squares. There they all are. So we've just seen Jermaine win £15,000, bringing his total to £23,900. He'll be back next week. We'll see you on Monday when Jermaine will face a new contender in the grid.
It's up to you to determine who will win that precious modelling contract, and to do that, that means there has to be another elimination tonight at 8:30. Make Me a Supermodel, live here on 5.
Five has launched 2 new channels.